and good afternoon. Welcome to the e.l.f. show live, episode 2 this afternoon. We are looking at the mineral blushes. These are a product which we have been loving for quite some time now, haven't we, Han?
Yeah.
They are gorgeous, and especially for summer. Perfect.
Especially for summer. They're a fantastic product if you wish to have a bit more of a oil absorbing product, because they're not too shiny, but they do give you that lush, flush blush.
They are Hashtag everywhere. These are the kind of product which I think they give a really natural kind of like warmth to the face. It's not like some blushes that you end up having them on you. These kind of blend into your skin. They're much more natural. It's
with minerals, they're really easy to use if you want to like apply it on and keep blending in order to make sure that they're a bit more translucent on the skin. They've got that playability, but not only that, they have the ability to absorb any oils on the skin, excess oils that are building throughout the day. But not only that, they help to line minimise for those ladies who want a bit of line minimisation. So yeah, they're a really good product to use. So I'm going to start off with Joy. It's going to give me joy.
Start the Friday off.
Great pleasure. With no further ado, let's get going. So I'm going to swatch this on my hand today. So I'm going to apply it directly onto my hand. So you can see that it can give you a really intense shade, or depending on whether you want to blend a little bit more, the more you play with it, the more supple it becomes, as you can see there.
So this is kind of what I was saying.
Really nice, really light.
It's a really natural shade of blush, I think.
Yeah, so Joy's a really subtle shade. If you're a light complexion, if you're a medium complexion, it's a really nice shade to give you that subtle flush blush.
This is what's great about swatching, because if we have a look at that product when it's actually in the pot, if we'll take a look at it closer, it does look it almost looks a little bit darker and a bit like taupey, but actually on the skin it really plays off the natural colours in your skin, doesn't it? And it has that really natural glowy feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% minerals, it's free from chemicals.
All the parabens
all the parabens are free from it, so yeah, it's a great product if you want 100% natural ingredients. The next product I'm going to swatch, which is another shade of pink, and this one is pink.
Exactly what it says on the tin.
And with this, I'm going to swatch again. So I'm going to swatch this next to it. This is such a lovely feminine shade. It's got a slight iridescence to it. Very hydrating on the skin there. Makes your skin look a bit more radiant. Beautiful colour to play with.
I love that.
A nice layering product as well. If you're going to apply bronzer and then this product, you can get a really nice 3D sort of effect with it. As you can see the pigment there, I'll put it directly above so you can see. But that's the shade that comes from this pigment inside. Really nice, really subtle, very shimmery, very highlighting.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. The other one, Joy, is a bit more matte, but a bit of shimmer. But really, really nice, subtle colours there.
You get an awful lot of product in that pot as well, don't you?
It's going to last you a long time.
I think you've got 3.4 grams, which is quite a lot for a loose blush, rather.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to give you a lovely flush blush, as I said. That's my favourite hashtag to use in the store. Next is going to be Plum. So this is Plum. This is going on my arm here. I'm actually going to put this on my own skin because it's a shade that I haven't tried yet and I've been dying to get my hands on, and this is the best opportunity is today. So I'm going to gently buff that onto my skin as well. So you can see it's like that subtle, a little bit flushed.
Yeah, it's got that deeper tone to it.
Yeah, a little bit more of a deeper tone, a bit more body to the product.
It would be perfect actually, because when you think of Plum, you think, oh God, that's going to be far too dark for my complexion. But you've got much more olive undertones to your complexion.
Yeah, it's a great...
It really gives that natural flush.
So I'm just going to apply it on my cheekbones. So I always go here, so from the centre of my lips here, all the way up to the centre of my ear, and that will give you the correct area in which to cover with blush. So you can see it just gives me a really...
That's lovely.
Subtle.
That's really nice actually.
It just gives you a bit of body. It makes you look like, oh, hello. Bit of a summer glow.
Nice.
Had a little bit of sunshine on her cheeks.
Like you said, it does work very well with a bronze contour as well.
Yeah, really nice, really subtle.
Fabulous.
And I've just used the stipple brush, the small stipple brush to apply with. These are really great when using minerals because you get a sheer to medium coverage. And it's really achievable look, and it's great for if you want to keep blending. So if I show you on my hand, the more you blend, the more it disappears into your complexion. So you can see there that I'm just blending it in. I've used it on the sides and you can see it just gives you such a great, subtle, blended shade. So nice, and that's the original colour there in the pot. So it's quite surprising, but it's really nice when it's on. Again, it's more of a matte.
Shows how versatile these products can be as well, isn't it? Like obviously you've got the different levels of intensity that you can work with then, depending on the kind of look
really
you're going
nice
for.
thing to do as well is using a bit of this pink that I've used before. So it's a shade down. Just going across the product. I'm just going to do it in a line so you can see there. And look, all of a sudden, you're creating a bit more of a shimmer highlight to that. So not just one product, 2 products in the same range gives you a bit more playability, bit more versatility.
Gorgeous.
Nice and simple.
We've got Simeon Walker joining us again. Hi Simeon. She is saying that colour is seriously pretty and really suits you. So I think that's a new one for your makeup bag.
I think this is going to be a new one. Every time I do this show, I buy something new.
You just
takes all my
find
money.
amazing ones, the new amazing products. We've got Ashley Tiernan saying that she really wants to use these brushes, and Jenny T is asking what brush you're using, and obviously it's the small stipple brush,
guys. A small stipple brush. It's available on the website. You just head on over. It's in our tools collection. Small stipple brush. $3.95. Look at that, 5-star rating. Can't go better than that, can you really?
Exactly.
Yeah, our tools are fantastic.
And everyone loves the stipple brush.
Okay, next in line is a bit more of a subtle natural tone, and this is Bliss. So a nice peachy effect, great for this season. Again, peach is really hot. So I'm just putting that down, nearly dropped it. we would have had a disaster.
We don't want to stain the set.
So again, just gently blending in. You can see that that's just a nice subtle shade. Because of my skin tone, it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to get Amy's hand just to quickly swatch it onto Amy's hand.
This is where the paley comes in. I am here for a variety of skin tones.
So if you just see here, that's the shade. And you can see that shade there. Very subtle indeed. So if you're somebody who's scared of blushes, this is a great place to start.
I like this one as just over, if you're going for like a no makeup day and you're going for just a bit of tinted moisturiser, you can have this to just add a little bit of colour, but nothing that's going to take a bit of time or nothing that's going to be too obvious.
When you're answering the door to the postman, this is the one to go with.
Get a bit on you, get a bit of peach. Peach is perfect for this time of year, I find. Just nice. It's where your skin starts to warm up a little bit. You're wanting to add a bit more colour. It's like, right, let's get a bit of peach on and just lift
it gives you a lift in that complexion. You're going to be bang on trend. It's hot this season. You're going to be, you know, looking hot, looking flesh.
Yeah, and the texture of these blushes as well. They're very, very silky. They sit really nicely on the skin, and they have that really nice smooth silky texture.
That's almost like you're wearing nothing makeup. Barely there makeup.
Which is what we want. Don't want to be feeling weighed down all day. We don't want that.
So that shade that I just used was Bliss. So Bliss is more of a peachy shade, really nice subtle flush blush on the cheeks. Next shade I'm going to be using is, I just looked at it then, Coral. Again, another hot colour this season.
I'm partial to a bit of coral.
And with this one, I'm applying it onto my arm, and you can see this one quite clearly. So this one is a nice light shade, bit more matte, not so shimmery. Again, that step up in shade. I'm going to put some on Amy's hand so you can see the difference with skin tone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amy. I like this on Amy's skin tone. And especially, imagine that if you blend those two shades together, you can get a really nice cheek structure.
Get a really good contour. That's really nice. That's more pinky. I would say the coral has definite pink undertones, whereas the Bliss earlier has much more of a true peach colour, but can't really see it. The sunlight in the office today is causing a bit of havoc with the exposure, but we can see it there. Just about.
Very subtle. If I put that up against something else.
Put it up against that. There we go, that
You can
does
kind
help.
of see.
Fab.
Yeah, really nice.
Brilliant. Now we've got a couple of questions coming in already about this product. We've got Laura saying she doesn't have a stipple brush. Is there another brush that would be really great to use with?
Do you know what? Because it's mineral, you can use your fingertips. You know, you can really play with the product from the product, like literally from the pot. Apply with your fingertips and just gently blend onto the skin tone. Because it's a mineral, you don't need to worry too much about it. There's no, you know, worries to be had. You can play with it.
It's very movable.
Yeah, it's malleable. You can really work with it. It's really versatile. It's transparent. It's lightweight. Yeah, it's going to give you that flush blush.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And we have got a recommendation coming from Harriet, who's behind the camera today. She's recommending the blush brush and the angled blush brush as well, because they are more of a loose.
Yeah, they're more of a loose brush, but yeah, if you want to use your fingertips, that's fine. There's an angled brush available. There's also a blush brush within the range from, you know, the e.l.f. Cosmetics site. So it's worth, you know, grabbing a few of those.
Why not?
Because it's a great place to get started. Really, really good place to start.
It's always nice to have a couple of brushes in your collection
There's also
as well.
travel kits as well that we do. So you've got like the 11-piece professional kit. So that's a good place to start because you've got your beginning brushes there with your essential kit in there for you, as well as a nice little pouch. I think that one's £15 on the website. So that's really good. You've also got the small professional tool brushes.
Yeah.
They're £5.95, also available on the website. So for a girl on the go, it's perfect.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Fab. We've got Candice Mars also saying she's got more brown caramel skin and she wants to try your blusher, but she doesn't know what colour to use. What would you recommend using?
I would recommend possibly the Bliss. That would be a lovely shade on you. Or if you want more of a structured cheek like I've done with myself today, use the Plum. So it'll give you a nice structured cheekbone. So you can contour underneath and then you can highlight with the blush over the top. So you can blend those two shades together really easily. Try and use 2 separate brushes if you can, so you're not mixing up the shades, just to keep it nice and basic.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, as I did mention earlier, we are joined by the wonderful e.l.f. in the studio today, who is going to be our model to demo these wonderful products. What colour are we going to be using on e.l.f.?
Bang on trend, Bliss.
Love it. We're going to go. We are going to take a little look at some gorgeous product photos that we have of these wonderful mineral blushes, which we're going to have a look. I did forget to mention earlier, but of course, as we can't leave a show go without a competition, you can win one of these fabulous blush products today. If you tweet us with the product, with the link to the show, then you will be entered into a draw to win one of these products. We are also tweeting out the links to the shows as well, so if you're retweeting those, then you will be entered into the draw. You do need one of these blushes in your collection this summer, so if we can be bringing that one to you by way of a competition, that would be fab. I do want to say hi to all of the wonderful staff and customers at the e.l.f. store Cardiff. I am being told that we've got some, there we go, we've got some customers actually watching the show in the store at the moment, so hi to everybody watching. I hope you're enjoying, and I hope you're all treating yourselves to some mineral blushes. You surely won't be disappointed. Hannah has taken position over at the studio space with the lovely e.l.f. at the moment, so we're going to go over there.
Hi there guys, and hello to all the guys down in the e.l.f. store in Cardiff. I'm glad to see that you're all tuning in, hopefully learning a trick or two from my e.l.f.ins down there. They'll be happy to help you, I'm sure. So I'm going to start off using the blusher brush, which I mentioned slightly earlier. I'm applying this product onto the brush here, okay? So you're not using both sides, you're just using the one side. This is in Bliss. So as I mentioned earlier, you're taking it from this area here all the way up to the top of the ear, and this is going to give you a nice structured blush line. So really easy, very subtle. Now this is really good tip to use is if you use the side that you didn't use earlier, to use it as almost like a blending area. So if you feel like it's too much flush blush going on, you can blend in a little bit more. So that'll give you a really subtle cheekbone. Again, if you're going to be going out in the evening, you can build this product up. So you can build this product up really easily. Gently tap on the product.
That really shows the true colour of Bliss with e.l.f.'s complexion.
So you can see that really easily as a structured blush. and a flush effect. But it's really important that if you want to go a little bit darker, there are no rules. You can keep on building up. So you're building up the product. You're able to get a really structured cheekbone. You're getting that flush blush, as if you've just had a little flush because you've seen something nice that you like. You look hydrated, radiant, and natural. So that's just using it on the cheekbone there. I'll just do it again for you guys, just in case you didn't capture that the first time. So, on one side of the brush first, directly in, and blend outwards. And as I said, because it's a mineral, you don't have to, you can see that colour much better on that side. Must be the lighting. Looks fab. And again, you can build up. So if you're going out and you know the light is going to be slightly darker, chuck an extra layer on.
Han, when it comes to face shape, I know we've got the comments coming in from the e.l.f. store that Adele has wonderful cheekbones. But when it comes to face shape, do you change where you place the blush?
No, not really. If your face is slightly more wide, or you feel like it's more wide, you go from the top down. So this will give you a more structured, angled look. If you feel like you're quite narrow-faced and you want to have a bit more of a structured blush effect, then you go from the colour concentrated from the apples of the cheek up. So you balancing the colour out then. So with Adele, I actually gave her a bit more of an appled shape and down. So it gives you a bit more of a flush blush look. But yeah, if you've got a slightly rounder face, or you feel like you've got a slightly rounder face, then you take it down to the lips. And if you feel like you've got a really narrow face, take it from the apples up. Hope that helps, guys.
Like a guru. One question I had, actually, we were looking at the wonderful Wayne Goss. He was just talking on his channel about where to place blush. And one of those things that, you know, obviously your mum tells you, or when you're growing up and first starting to use makeup, it's like smile, that's where your cheekbones are.
Yeah.
But he's actually saying you don't smile when you're applying blusher. You let your face drop and then you apply it where your natural blush. So what's your tip in that?
I agree with Wayne, because that's a really good place to start. I tend to smile, because a woman can't help it. You feel better doing it. The hormones start going, you start getting all excited. It's all good. You know, you're happy, it releases endorphins. Plus, you're able to see exactly where your cheekbones are. And it's just a really nice place to start. If you just don't want to do anything, that's fine. But if you are going to do something, you can always put it in the hollow of your cheeks. A lot of people like to do that. But generally, I use this as my rule of thumb. So using this area here, in between my nose and my lip line, and taking it up to the center of my ear. So that is literally where I would put the blush. I would then do the highlight from my nose to the top of my ear, here. And I would contour to give depth from the base of my lip right down to my earlobe. So you're almost creating that structured area. So those are things that you have on your face naturally. You can use those as guidelines. Perfect. With those, you can't really fail to win that look. All right, guys?
That's some tips from a serious pro.
But no tip is ever wrong.
No. Find what suits you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I know we've got cheekbone envy, we've got skin envy, we've got everything, hand pro tip envy coming in on the chat. So everyone is thoroughly enjoying the minimal
I'm
blush.
glad.
That's brilliant to hear.
So yeah, Bliss is like a really key shade, this colour.
Yeah.
It's only $5.95, and I just think there's such a nice shade to start off this summer with in your collection, really. It's all mineral, 100% natural.
Perfect. That's what you want in your makeup bag this summer. We have got a blog review that we have been taking a look at relating to these products, and it is from the wonderful Nina over at Nina's Bargain Beauties. Now, she does feature 3 shades in this particular blog, but what Nina discusses in this blog is actually the colour payoff and the pigmentation of the blushes. I think it is one of those things when you do have a mineral product, you sort of expect it to be a little less pigmented, a little bit more softer than a normal product. But Nina actually comments here that they are actually, she was very, very impressed, and they had really great colour payoff and some fabulous photos from Nina here as well. We will be tweeting out the link to Nina's post as well, so make sure you follow it there.
Swatches, aren't they?
Brilliant swatches, and you can see them. We've got in daylight and under an artificial light as well. So
yeah, really nice.
Really great, and the colour works perfectly with Nina's pigmentation
really
there
good
as well.
Thanks for that, Nina. It's really good.
I can see some comments coming in as well about Adele's eye makeup. Everyone is loving the eyeshadow. That was the wonderful baked eyeshadows that we featured earlier on today. We are tweeting out the links to the shows, both the earlier show, the baked eyeshadows, and the show that's coming up next, the 15-piece nail cube, the 14-piece nail cube, sorry, that we will be taking a look at. I think we have given the baked eyeshadows a wonderful insight.
Most definitely. And thank you for the guys
blushes
down in the e.l.f. store. Really love that people are tuning in. It's so great.
It's fab to have everybody watching. We've got quite a lot of you. Well, as I mentioned, we have got another show starting this afternoon at 3 p.m. That will be looking at the 14-piece nail polish set. That is in just a few minutes, actually, in 5 or 6 minutes. So
it's all about
we're on a
nannies.
roll. We're on a roll. We're going to be looking at the perfect pastels and the perfect spring nails, taking you right into summer. We will be back in just 5 minutes time. Make sure you join us over. We'll be tweeting out the link. Make sure you retweet that too. Don't forget, if you send out a link to the show today and tomorrow and over the weekend, we'll be announcing the winners of the products from this afternoon's shows on Monday. To make sure you get involved.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you in a moment.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.